Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Moore, and I've been with Stretty News for about a year, writing anything from topicals to open letters to my feature pieces on remembrances of United players from Varane, Jemba Jemba, and the Pagoda Bandit Charlie Mitten. I'm from across the pond. I'm from Connecticut. I go to the University of Connecticut studying journalism. I'll be graduating in May. And Connecticut is the home of ESPN, so all you ESPN fans out there, hopefully. I currently write also for the school newspaper where I cover world soccer, football, and I cover the women's tennis team, which is a drag, an absolute drag. And I also write in the letter section of United We Stand by Andy Mitten. So it's been quite well. Enough about me, on to Manchester United, and please disregard my Gareth Bale hair. I'm not a Gareth Bale fan, not at all. So Saturday we're at the Hawthorns. West Brom are currently sitting 1 point, a mere 1 point above the drop zone against Sunderland. 4 wins in the league. Of course, one of them is against us back in September. But West Brom have not won in the Premier League in the past 6 matches. But as it appeared, probably grab a few points against us if the way things have been going this season. United have been busy in March, so we're going to have another 4 Premier League matches within the next few weeks. Obviously, we've got Liverpool coming up, we've got City, and then we've got the second leg of Olympiacos, so our hopes and dreams might be destroyed then if they're not already. United are going to enter the match after that downturn. Terrible, terrible performance against Olympiacos. Everyone from Vidic, Rio, I'm at a loss for words to be honest with you. Did we deserve it at all? No. Did we? I don't know. Does Moyes? Well, forget that. So obviously this match is going to be a little more difficult as Van Persie is a little upset, doesn't like to pass the ball to Wayne Rooney. But then we have Hernandez, who got injured in his Mexico's friendly against Nigeria, so he's looking to miss the match, which he doesn't feature any longer than 20 minutes, unfortunately, which is upsetting in and of itself. But we can save that for another day. Hernandez, I want you out there. And then West Brom's going to be without Anelka, obviously, who's serving the 5-match ban with the FA from the racism gesture. But despite his absence, and even without Steve Clark at the helm as manager, they're going to look to secure the 3 points against us. And everyone comes into either it's Old Trafford or anywhere we are this season. United are vulnerable at the back, in the midfield, and it appears that even on the at Carrington, we're practicing crosses. Do we really need that? We cross 73 times a game, this and that, all that bullshit. And that's well and good, but we're not scoring. Van Persie's underperforming. Rooney has been our savior this season. Adnan, obviously, we've signed him, and if it were up to me, and if I were Moyes, I wouldn't play Vidic any longer. He's been a great captain. Even Rio at the times, I wouldn't play him as much. Our center backs need to just step aside, which Vidic is doing, and which I believe Ferdinand will do as well. But we need Phil Jones in there. We need Smalling to step into center back, should Raphael stay. But we also need Evans. Evans is injured. He's taken a knock, so he's debatable. But with Wayne Rooney rejuvenated this season, new contract, £300,000 a week, what I would do to make that much money. We'll have to see how it all pans out. We'll save my prediction to the end of this. But much to the dismay of some, I would say that if I had to say right now, Wayne Rooney's our captain next season. And if it were up to some, I'd say I know a bunch are going to disband and be absolutely ticked off when Rooney is the captain, if he is. But he's deserving of it. He fights for the ball at all ends of the pitch, and sometimes I'm believing that he might be our best defender that we have just because of his work ethic. He's deserving of it, but then again, we have Evans, Jones, Carrick. You never know what can happen with that. In regards to just a few facts about the match, Van Persie, surprisingly, has scored 4 of our last 5 Premier League goals. But we'll see what happens with this match if he starts. If he's, I'm sure he's not going to be too happy after Holland's poor display against France in the international friendly. I believe they lost 2-0. But Van Persie was nothing but smiles when he went over to training with the Dutch national team, and he's going to come back, and we'll see what happens. Make sure you read my open note to him, by the way, as he refuses to pass to Wayne Rooney and all that, and the prima donna stuff is just absolutely nonsense. Then again, we're sitting 12 points outside of the top 4 at the moment. Is it doable to reach Champions League next season? Absolutely. Do I believe it will happen? No. Does Wayne Rooney? No, I don't believe he does either, with his statements after he signed his contract. But we need a good performance here. United need to perform well, all aspects of the pitch. They need to come out of the Hawthorns 3 points in hand, getting ready for Liverpool City and the likes. And 2-0 down in the Champions League isn't bad, especially heading to Old Trafford, but then again, it's not the fortress as it was under Ferguson. So we're going to have that. Speaking of the Liverpool match, we've got the Liverpool match and we've got the Olympiacos match within about a week. 2 matches within a 3-day span. So we'll see what happens in terms of that. But Pepe Mel steps in for Steve Clark. West Brom have been struggling mightily, all aspects of the pitch, and it's upsetting because last season they played so well. Granted, Lukaku was a monster and still is for Everton and all that. Surprisingly, don't know why Chelsea don't want him, especially because they need a striker. That aside, I would look to Mata to hopefully open up this game. I would look for him with his creativity in the middle of the park. I'd love to see him and Jan Jose work together, while it might not be too feasible. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Wayne Rooney up at the top by himself. He deserves it. He gets back. He defends. But Mata's looking for his first goal as a Red. Hopefully it'll come sooner rather than later. We'll see. And we'll end you with this. Score prediction. 3-0 in favor of United. Rooney with 2. Carrick with 1. Those are just guesses. I do believe we'll come out with the 3 points. We should come out quite ready to go, I would say, especially with the international break. United winning, Sturridge scoring the goal, or England winning. Sorry, I apologize for that. But, yep, that's my recap of the preview of the match. Please enjoy and let me know what you think. Please subscribe to Stretty News. Follow me on Twitter. Look forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care.